Hi, guys, and welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me. Let us look at Bayer Leverkusen versus Arsenal in the last round of 16 in the Champions League. This match is absolutely very exciting for me. I sort of don't feel too badly, a bit anxious. I would have preferred Atalanta, but we got Bayer Leverkusen. I think we'll be able to take advantage of this match. Now, in my prediction video, I went for Arsenal to beat Bayer Leverkusen 2-1. My reasoning is that we have not been exactly the defensive master force as we were earlier in the season. The tiredness has come in. We have to be really careful. We've got a few injuries in the midfield, players lacking. So we have not been too solid at the back. And also we have not been firing on all cylinders all the time up front. So I've gone for a narrow 2-1 win. It's possible we could do 3-1. But to be honest, I feel like we're going to concede. These German sides, yeah, they are pretty fast, pretty nifty, but hopefully they are not as good defensively because I feel like we need to take a win back when we go to the Emirates. So this is possible lineup. Now, I've gone on LiveScore and I've checked the lineups that they've got up there. And I think we'll line up more like we lined up against Chelsea at home. So we definitely will have Raya in goal. And then we are probably going to have Timber, Saliba, if he is back. I hope he is back. If he isn't, it will be Mosquera and Big Gabi Magales, and then Piero Hincapie, who, by the way, has been so impressive. The guy's tenacity. Also, he is on loan from, guess where? Bayer Leverkusen, where he did he went unbeaten last season. Was it the other season? With Xhaka there. So yeah, this is going to be amazing, this back four. And then central midfield, we've got no Odegaard. But I feel like we need that solid three in there. I wish he could line up with Zubi, Kai, and Declan. But I think he's going to keep Eberechi Eze in there because he has been pretty instrumental in the last few games to get us the wins. Sometimes don't look at the performance of the team on the day. What is the end result? Every game he has played Eze, they've been very tight, but we have won. Absolutely. So that is how we should go. So this is the lineup I think you'll go. You'll go Zubamendi, Rice, then you'll have Eberechi Eze in there. On the wings, we are probably going to see Bukayo Saka. And is it going to be Trossard or Martinelli to start now? For me, and I'm going to keep my word on this because I keep saying, whatever you do, don't start Martinelli in the Premier League. But I think this is a game that Martinelli should start. The way other European countries, teams defend is not like in the Premier League. The pitch will be beautiful. Martinelli will be running his little head off. He doesn't even have to look up at all, and he'll be able to achieve a lot. So with Leandro Trossard not having great games the last two times, we do need his maturity, Trossard. And I like the way the game changes when Martinelli comes on as a sub. But I feel just to give him that sense of ownership and responsibility and a little bit of love, Martinelli should really start instead of Trossard. I don't know what you guys think. Up front, definitely Victor Gyökeres. There is no arguments. The kind of support he gives up front, and because every time he's up front, you need 2-3 defenders around him. So they're not focusing on supporting in midfield and their wings. So you're not getting over those overlapping fullback nonsense because they're too busy thinking if we leave this guy alone, he's going to embarrass us and we'll probably lose by 3 or 4. So he definitely is going to start up front. Fingers crossed if he's fit and well. Now, Declan Rice obviously didn't play against Mansfield. I think we all know it was to give him a rest, but he also wasn't apparently fit because he limped off. Zubamendi same here, the rest as well. We really need to give Zubamendi a rest. If possible, this guy needs a rest. And it's only now, I've always liked Merino's contribution, but it's now where I'm feeling his absence. Because if we had Merino, we would have just not even cared who was unfit in midfield. The other thing that I've liked recently, I have liked to see Christian Nørgaard. It's his birthday today, by the way, recording on Tuesday. I have loved seeing Christian Nørgaard come on 60 minutes, 70 minutes, and I don't miss Declan Rice. He is a stable Premier League force. Did you see that little assist to Eze over the weekend against Mansfield, the little turn? He is a consummate professional and he can do the job. But as much as we are stressed about everything else, players not getting minutes, guys, we have got so many games coming up over the next few weeks. Everyone is going to be playing and there'll be injuries. So everyone's going to be playing. I'm missing Miles Lewis Skelly get a run out. And then you go Max Dowman, who's back as well. So I don't know if you'll get a chance to come on as a substitute for the last 15 minutes. We'd love to see that. And then we saw Dixon and Marley Salmon come out against Mansfield as well. So it's nice to see those young boys have a little runabout, isn't it? But otherwise, guys, this is how I feel like Arsenal should be lining up. Now, let us have a look at some Bayer Leverkusen names. Now, expect me to butcher all these names completely because I should practice them all my days just from the keeper. So this is how they'll be lining up. Janis Blažević. And then Kwanzaa. Oh, Jarrell Kwanzaa, isn't he the guy who used to play for Liverpool? Yeah, I remember him. And then Robert Andrich, Edmond Tapsoba, know him. Ernest Poku, I remember Poku because when they played Manchester City, it was a Poku Doku thing going on there. And then E. Fernandez, Alex Garcia, Alex Grimaldo, Martin Terrier, Ibrahim Maza. I know that name from somewhere. And then Christian Kofane, I remember him from the African Nations Cup, don't I? Possible. But yeah, this is how Leverkusen lined up against Freiburg only the other day. So this is how we're going to line up. Now, my prediction, like I said earlier, is I went for an Arsenal 2-1 win on my predictions video. Please go and find it and tell me what you think the possibilities are. But yeah, I'm going for an Arsenal win. Hopefully it's a 3-1 win, but I've got a feeling we can do 2 goals in there, especially if we try and take our handbrakes off. Otherwise, yeah, that's how it's going to be, guys. So otherwise, thank you so much for joining me. That is my Arsenal preview. Let me know what you think, and I'll be talking to you guys very soon. Bye-bye.